Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're talking about, does the government help you? Do governments around the world help you, ladies and gentlemen? Well, some of you would say yes, some of you would say no. I say yes. The feds do help also, but we have a lot to talk about because it's financial literacy, financial news and updates. It's SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams where you have to buy those assets that make money for you. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for being here. And once again, before we get started, please make sure you share the videos. Why? It's very simple. You never know who's looking for information and who does not know that they are missing information. So you can help out the overall community. That means a rising tide could lift all boats. We can all work together and make things happen. So that's the first order. The second order of business. In case you missed the chat room, down below in the chat room, we have some information. That is, if you like coffee and tea, then I suggest you go to our own professor, Auntie Val and family, beachfrontjava.com. You heard me correctly. It's simple, beachfrontjava.com. And you can go there, see so many different varieties. There's something for everybody. And the most important part is to order and show some support. That's the first and most important part. But the second part, use the promo code SSN Lifestyle, all one word. It's that simple. SSN Lifestyle, all one word. And if you saw the preview right before the live stream, Sean Rayford and Friends, Sean Rayford Experience. 2 weekends he will be there on the island of the Dominican Republic, May 9th through 12th for the first weekend with Lucky Witherspoon, with some Latin Dominican artists, smooth jazz, and special events You now will know in a cove on Sunday afternoon with smooth jazz, R&B, a little souls, little Latin artist on the boats. That's right. One of a kind situation. It's a little different. It's going down in the Dominican Republic. Get your tickets today. And where do you get them? ssnlifestyle.com for week number 1. You don't want to miss it. And I dare to say, VIPs, you have whole VIP seating throughout the event. You also have a special welcome dinner and a few other special perks that are not mentioned. So I just want to throw that out there in case you're wondering which tickets to get. VIP and up, those are special. Of course, you have VIP seating right near the stage and all that kind of thing is normal. And you get a little pampering along the way, but that's part of being the VIP. Now, hotels included if you go for the Top Dog Platinum Pack. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. May 9th through the 12th in the Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. You don't want to miss the music festival. So, how does that start off this evening? Because again, do governments help you make money? Yes, they do, ladies and gentlemen. And let's get things started, shall we? Let me see who's in the house tonight. Let me see if anybody has chimed in thus far. It appears nobody has chimed in the comment section. So, I will start this off my way. First things first. Now, a lot of people would say the government kind of helps me, the government doesn't help me. Well, it does help you, and depending on what you're trying to do, it can help you even more. That is the kicker right there, because there are so many different things, but it all generates around you actually trying to do business. So you've heard of grants, you've heard of other ways you can receive free money based on if you're a woman, if you're any minority group. There's all kind of funding, and I'm referring to the funding that is no loan. That's what I'm referring to. But it has to be business, legitimate business. So the government's actually out here helping you. And the fact that you're a United States citizen helps you greatly around the world because your dollars are wanted and your business, your tourism is wanted. So you have a lot more power than you think. But here's the problem. A lot of people do not feel comfortable having to have their own business. Why? Because you don't know if there's going to be a paycheck at the end of next week. You don't know at the time that you might have to work 14, 15, 16 hours a day. You don't realize the amount of time it takes to run a business. So therefore, getting the money from the government always looks good. But there's a lot of work ahead, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to delve into some of this and a little bit more tonight. And Victor Marrero, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream, and he has that icon next to his name, which I greatly appreciate. And he brings his tagline this evening. Hello all, let's do this. And that's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. And shall I say, make sure you have your pen, pad, and paper because you never know which direction this is going. So if you want to make comments in the chat room, ask questions, feel free. This is the No Guru Zone. We try to help everybody here with the help of people like Victor Marrero in the house, the soon-to-be retiree, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, the government does help you, but are you paying attention? Because the only way the government can help you is you have to pay attention. So I think it's so easy when the government uses the Federal Reserve System to dictate what rich people are going to be able to do. So hear me out. When the Federal Reserve does simple things, they don't have really a playbook. Their playbook is only two options. Increase the Federal Reserve rate to try to hold off inflation, or reduce the Federal Reserve rate so it's easier to get loans for a lower rate, which spurs the economy. It's that simple. So now you have to figure out what happens when they increase the interest rate and decrease the interest rate. which side of the coin should you be on? And this is why when they reduce the interest rate, the thing that most people want in America that's ingrained in their brain is a home. And therefore, home prices rise significantly when they reduce the federal funds rate. So, what does that tell you? That means you may want to have real estate holdings before they start reducing the federal funds rate, because you know your real estate holdings will skyrocket. You can't work fast enough for the amount of appreciation when things skyrocket. Some of you right now who may be watching this may be familiar with Austin, Texas. In 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, doubling prices was a thing. It was the go-to location, along with Nashville, Tennessee, along with people moving out to Florida, moving up to Idaho, moving to Denver, Colorado, moving to Scottsdale and Tucson, Arizona. Next thing you know, home prices who what used to be 120, 140, 150,000, now were 500,000, 600,000, because of the pressure and demand for people moving to these low-cost areas, well, previously low cost. And now all the locals are saying, go, go, go away. All these people coming in here doing this, raising the prices. Our property taxes are now double, triple what they used to be because of these people. But again, those people could have $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 in equity within a matter of 2 or 3 years. That's very powerful. But here's the thing. The government helps you on one hand, puts you in position, and then can it be taketh away? That's what you really start thinking about. I owe taxes. I owe property taxes. I owe state taxes. Not every state does have state taxes, but the majority do. So now all of a sudden, it's not like you have free and clear $400,000 worth of equity that you've got. Yes, that's nice. But if you decide to do something with it, extract it, now all of a sudden you might have tax liabilities. So that's why you go for things that are tax write-offs. Starting businesses, real estate, investing in your own or your company's 401k. These are simple things that you can do, and the federal government helps you because the IRS and tax code and your 401ks and any other investments are tax write-offs in most cases, whether it's for your business tax write-off or your personal tax write-off. So don't you think that's where you should start, ladies and gentlemen? Because that's where we always recommend here in the SSN Nation, buy assets that pay you. Now, there's a new article that has come out lately, and it's no surprise. Rent is falling below the cost of mortgage. This is no shocker. This is no shocker. So some people would say, man, I used to pay $1,200 a month. Now everywhere around here is $2,000 a month. This is true. But on the other hand, getting a home might cost you $3,000 per month because of the interest rate. So again, some would say that's not helping me. But it's all based on your decisions. It's not based on anyone else's. Sometimes there's a timing for everything. Or you can be like 40 or 50 people. Actually, we've reached the 50 milestone. 50 people here in the SSN Nation has purchased pre-construction property around the world. And we have around 40 some people that is purchased in the Dominican Republic. Now, pre-construction, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. You get the best of both worlds, where you can buy low, get the appreciation while you're paying for it monthly at 0% interest rates. And then when you, at the end on delivery of that property, then you have 30 or 40% that you're going to owe to pay it off. So therein lies an opportunity for you that governments, even in America and around the world, are helping people by allowing businesses to operate like this. So once again, that's how we're talking today about Money Making Monday. Victor Morrell says government can help by decreasing paperwork and bureaucracy. Exactly. So, very well said, because whenever you start doing things where you say, you know what, we have too much bureaucracy, so we're going to deregulate. Well, deregulate works in two ways. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it helps. Deregulation, in all instances, help the rich because it costs money to be regulated each step of the way. So Victor Marrero has a very good point. So let me give you a perfect example. State of Florida. If there's no state income tax and no paperwork to file, that eliminates a situation if you're like in the state of California, for instance, where you have state income taxes. So now the way the tax codes look, you generally need help. That means you have to pay more money, because doing it yourself may not be the best idea, trying to do your state and federal income tax returns if you just aren't doing a W-2. If you're doing more than a W-2, it's almost like you need a professional to look over your paperwork. That is what it actually ends up being. So if I have myself a resident of Florida, I don't have to pay state taxes, then that's gone. Now that helps you also keep money in your pocket. There's a downside, of course, but nonetheless, that keeps money in your pocket. Now you have an LLC in Florida. And how about no corporate tax? Which, if I'm in California, you have to pay tax. So therefore, more paperwork. Meanwhile, the people in Florida, they get to go on about their business. They don't have to worry about hours of paperwork. They don't have to worry about what happened in the last 12 months. They don't have to do nothing. Now, if you have a corporation in Florida, that's a whole nother ball game. You don't escape. All right? If you have a corporation, you got to do your taxes. You have corporation taxes there. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you understand. Victor Morrell is exactly right. Depending on where you live, your government could expedite. You live in Nevada, they say, okay, how about no state taxes? Well, you know what they do. They just raise taxes on the hotel rooms so the vacationers pay more, i.e. resort fees that are ridiculous, 50, 60 bucks these days. It's ridiculous. They send you something saying, yeah, our rooms are 120 bucks. And then before you know it, after the 11% tax, after they added the resort fee, it's $200 per night, right? I mean, that's how they're doing it. So there has to be an offset. But if you're in business, notice who it offsets. Everybody that's doing business in a capitalist system. Brian P., welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with that icon next to his name, which I humbly appreciate. And he says, hello, Eric. I hope all is well with you. Yes, it is. Hello, SSN family. I got the notification and the videos. Thank you. That's 2 people. And by the way, I hope everyone had a happy Easter. The Easter Bunny? You guys know I always get a kick out of this. Where's that Easter Bunny stuff coming from? Did that guy rise from the dead yesterday? I don't think it was yesterday. Well, let's just call it. I don't think it was this week neither. But all I'm saying is capitalist systems, Easter eggs, Easter bunnies, chocolates, Easter baskets, and shopping. Perfect. I wonder what we have next month. Memorial Day weekends. It just keeps going, right? And he says, I smashed that like button. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And everybody, make sure you smash that like button. Why? Because the YouTube gods, they show us no love. So you got to show some love. We are making money in here, says Brian P. Exactly. That's what we do here. That's why we do the tenants, ladies and gentlemen. You want to make the money in the long run? That means business. That means real estate. That means stock market. That means buying and acquiring assets. Assets that pay you is what counts. Buying an asset, again, I have some people now. You guys know I don't mind gold and silver. I don't mind copper, platinum, palladium. I don't mind. It makes sense. It rises because of inflation, right? But I just find it odd that I'm going to spend, let's just say, $2,000 on gold. And now that $2,000 is off the table. And I guess I'm just supposed to pass it on to my family members later. But in the meantime, it stays far behind inflation in reality. It's supposed to stay up with inflation, and it kind of does. But when you start doing 20, 40 years tracking, you easily see gold, silver, and the precious metals are being manipulated. And if you are a stacker, because I know we have some people stacking, here's the thing: you might have bought gold at 1,300, but then because you stack, you also bought at 1,500 and 1,700, and you might even be buying now at 2,000. So your dollar cost average keeps rising. So I don't understand how that actually is effective. But the government's doing you no favors because they're helping to manipulate it when in fact it should be gold, silver, and precious metals should be a lot higher, significantly higher. All right, Feds, by stabilizing the interest rates, guess what? Today, home buyers need to make over $106,000 to afford a typical 3-bedroom home. That's 80% more than in January 2020. Younger generations got jammed. Exactly. Victor Morrell hit it right on the head. This is what we talk about here on Money Making Mondays and Wednesday, Friday, but Money Making Monday specifically. This is great information. We talked a little about this. The 80% increase from 2020, 80% more cost in 2020. That's right. It's real. So therefore, a kid coming out of college, a kid who didn't go to college, anybody who doesn't have a significant high paying job that does not make like 6 figures is going to have a very, very difficult time when they're 23, 24, 25 trying to buy a house or buy something when they're $400,000, $500,000. It gets up there, ladies and gentlemen, and you're just not going to qualify. And not only do you wipe out the middle class, you're wiping out the lower middle class. So the numbers don't lie. In case you're new here, never seen the channel, the numbers don't lie. 65% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 65%. Now, I use 65 because the latest number was somewhere like 60, 62% last year. We know there's inflation. Whether it's 3%, 4%, 2%, 1%, who cares? There's always inflation because the government continues to print money, which means they are not helping us in that regard. But that just means, in my mind, it's not official 65%, but that's what I've been using because of this right here that Victor Marrero's saying, 80% more than in 2020. So now it makes sense if 62% of the population was living paycheck to paycheck in 2023, early 2023, and it's another year later, clearly after an 80% explosion over the last 3 years, clearly there's at least 3% more. They haven't put out any new number. I don't blame them because I would not be shocked if the real number is like 70 to 72%. I would not be shocked. Quite frankly, not even a little bit. Victor Marrero, haha, exactly. What's good, SSN fam? How is everybody from Joe Nay? Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with that beautiful icon next to your name, which I humbly appreciate. And he says, again, I'll say it again because I like this. What's good, SSN fam? How is everybody? Everybody so far is doing good. And now that you're here, we're doing a lot better because we have another investor in the house, ladies and gentlemen, another perspective on how you can make money. There's always this thing that I find very, very fascinating. There's some people that say they hear these things, these colloquialisms that they talk about and say, hey, you know, if you ever want to meet a millionaire, a rich guy, you should go pay for their dinner. Go give them some money. I'm like, I never understood that talk. And here you have it. We have investors in the house. We have people who make money, have businesses, invest money, and we are here to discuss with you anything you want. You don't have to buy us anything. This is the No Guru Zone. And with people like Joe Nay, Victor Marrero, Brian P., ladies and gentlemen, you're in good hands. All right? So if you have any questions, ask them. That's all I'm going to say. Victor Marrero says these high yield dividends pay dividends this Friday. Oh, he's got some good ones on this list. This is why you always should have the pen, pad, and paper to do some research, ladies and gentlemen. Because as long as the Federal Reserve is doing all of us a favor, that's right, all of us that buy assets, they are doing us a favor by not increasing the federal funds rate, by just letting it stay level. That's why there's all-time stock market highs. People said, "No, Eric, I'm good." I gotta talk about this in a second. These high yield dividends pay dividends this Friday. IWMY. That's everybody on podcast. IWM is in Mary Y. And one of the favorites, QQQY. And JEPY. Which, by the way, we always like JEPY, JEPI. We love those. SPYT, which I'm not familiar with. The compounding machine is on. Why does he say that? Because, again, these dividend stocks, because the Federal Reserve is doing us a great favor by not raising the interest rates and not reducing the interest rates, just letting it go, the dividend stocks have went down a little bit. The price of a dividend stock that gives out a high return has slid down. So since it slid down, that means the yield is higher. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. Just go take this information and go look for yourself. Write it down. Because if somebody tells you can get 10% per year, or 12% per year, or 15% per year, or 20% per year, wouldn't you listen? Okay, maybe some of you won't listen. Well, we'll see. Let me go do something right now. Let me go look at something. IWMY stock is $16.66. That's a defiance. And it took a 1% drop today, but no big deal. But the point is, I don't know what the dividend is. Let me see what the dividend is with this. On a $16 stock, it is, last year, it gave out $5.71, which meant at $16, that would be 30 some percent. See, ladies and gentlemen? So the $1 million question is, should you go over there and see if this is something that you should be investing in while the getting is good? Because when the share price increases, the yield goes down. All right? Just keep that in mind. So, a good time to buy if you can get 30%, right? That would be pretty good, if I do say so myself. So, QQQY, also pretty good. JEPY is JP Morgan. And I would go check them out at around 10%. Can't argue with 10% either from a Chase JP Morgan company, right? I think that's safe. They're a Fed bank. By the way, being with one of the Fed banks that I can't be with Bank of America, I can't be with Wells Fargo, I can't be with US Bank. But the last choice, one of the last choices is JP Morgan. I don't mind JP Morgan. All right? It's that simple. Don't mind them at all. Joe Nay, he says, I got the notification. Thank you. Seen the trailer, and I just smashed that like button. Thank you so much for that. And everybody else, make sure you smash that like button as well. And please share the videos. I'm going to keep saying this. Everybody on podcasts, follow. Everybody on Twitch, follow. Everybody on X, follow. Hit the heart buttons, hit the like buttons, make sure people say, hey, wait a minute, what about these guys that they're trying to block? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I hate to say this, and I'm going to keep saying this on the live streams. We are always being blocked. And you guys don't understand. There's stuff happening in the background all the time. I get information from YouTube. They send me stupid stuff all the time, every month. I'm like, is this a joke? They're like, I'm like, some company from overseas is sending privacy complaints because it has to do with our Goofy Gopher Club friends. Privacy complaints because I showed their video. And so since they're in the video, they're trying to send privacy complaints. I'm just like, this is crazy. So in turn, they start showing less people the videos. All right, here's the dividends, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know. This week, $1.07. Damn, IWMY $1.07 and their stock price is $16. You almost got 10% just in 1 month. That's crazy. I wouldn't say almost 10%. It's more like almost 50. It's more than 50%. That is crazy. 5 times 16, 6 times 16 is 96. Yeah, so that's 66% in 1 month is the return at $1.07. Again, do your research. QQQY is 79 cents, JEPY 55 cents, which is great, and SPYT 34 cents. That is all great news. And if you just had I won't even say 1,000. Let's just say 100 shares, right? 100 shares. So you would have, of IWMY, you would have $100. And 100 shares would have cost you $1,600. Oh, actually, would have had 107, actually, at this price point. 107. So that's not bad. That's pretty good. Very good. If you had 1,000 shares, then you would have had $1,000, but that would have cost you 16,000 and 1666, right? But nonetheless, these are the type of things you think about, because now once you make that commitment, you're making money while you sleep. That's what we love here. That's what Making Money Mondays is all about. Brian P. once again says, great news. He has a lot of shares with some of these stocks. Of course it's great news. It's great news for everybody. All I'm saying is when the Federal Reserve reduces their interest rate, this is going to be even better news. Better news. Can you believe this? If you think the stock market has risen so far, all-time records, what's going to happen when they reduce the interest rate and they're going to do their stock buybacks? Trust me, there's going to be more records to come. Now, I want to make a special shout out to people that I've had conversations with 4 months ago. When people were telling me, I've had chats, not in the live stream, but in chats that are under our comment sections and some videos that I make. And people were saying things like, when the stock market hits its all-time record high, I'm going to short the market. I said, why are you doing that? They said, oh, the technicals. I said, what are you talking about, the technicals? They said, the technicals. I said, okay. And then they would say, other people would, they have to back it up. Other people who are in financial industry said similar type of things. And I said, I don't think that's a good idea. The Federal Reserve, they're helping you. They're not doing anything with the interest rates. So that is stability. That's good for the stock market. That's stock market positive. That is not stock market negative. I said, that would not be wise. And here it is, 4 months later, 2-3 more records, stock market records have been broken. So if these people would have shorted those indexes in stock market, they would be getting wrecked because of some supposed technical. That's all I'm saying. It's not rocket science in reality. It's very simple. Look who else is in the house this evening. Mr. Curtis Davis is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he has that icon next to his name, which I humbly appreciate. And in this YouTube street, he's known as Mr. Financial, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Financial is here, and he brings his tagline, good evening, SSN family. Make money passive through stocks or rental property. I like those two options. Why not? Sleep and make money. Be on vacation. Pick your kids up from school and make money. Why not? And Curtis Davis not only is Mr. Financial in this YouTube street, but in the overall YouTube streets, he has his own channel, so you got to show some love. Chili Davis with 2 L's, Chilly Davis. Chili Davis in the YouTube street. Go show some love at his channel. He's part of the SSN Nation fam. Click his likes. Click the all notification to subscribe. Do the right thing, ladies and gentlemen. He gives out financial news and updates throughout the day, although YouTube does not even send me notifications anymore. I don't get any. 0. Just like I don't get any notifications from my own channel. This is crazy. So I used to get notifications from him. Now I don't. Don't get any from mine. It's crazy world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. There's always somebody trying to block you from doing something that you don't know nothing about. And especially when you have information where you're helping ordinary citizens, when you're saying, don't send me no $5,000 or $2,500 because we don't sell courses here. Use that $5 grand, $2,500 and buy yourself some assets that pay you, even if the payment is a frickin' $200 or $100. That's more money than you had. And you can reinvest that money and make your money work for you instead of you having to keep working for the money. That's what you want, ladies and gentlemen. So there we go. Here we are, NVIDIA doing damage, plus small caps may blow up on reduced rates. It will blow up on reduced rates. See, therein lies the whole situation. That is it. I don't know about NVIDIA blowing up on reduced rates. All I know is the ride has been astronomical. That's on its whole other thing. I don't know by reducing the rates, but I do know small caps and basically the stock market will blow up. It'll be a one big ass balloon that will have to pop later because they've done the damn thing. They've killed off the middle class, lower middle class, the youth, to almost the youth have no hopes in sight. They're sitting there like, damn, we're just going to have to rent our whole life. We can't afford this. When are we going to be making $150,000, $160,000, $100,000, $200,000 a year? I don't work in tech. So where am I going to be getting this $200,000 per year from? I don't live in San Francisco. I don't live in New York. I don't get these high-paying jobs. So where am I going to live? That's what we're dealing with right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's easier to live at home. Just like a third world country where families live together, just like a third world country. Right. You're getting the picture. All right. So therefore, you have your choice on what you want to be. Do you want to be one of those people that are able to make things happen? Or are you going to stay with the skill set you have? Because everything changes. So it always means a new you has to be created. All right. Robinhood is introducing a gold credit card. Yes, I've been getting that info where you get 3% cash back on all category spending. You can transfer this 3% cash into your investment side to buy stocks. That's very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. Yep. Brian P. I saw anybody that has any shares on Robinhood. I'm pretty sure you saw this. But those who don't have shares of Robinhood or has not downloaded the Robinhood app, please, down below in the description box, go down and download the app from Webull, Robinhood. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you want to improve your credit score also along the way, there's Smart Credit down there. That's the best credit monitoring system. Go check that out. Sign up. Use the link down below. We have a special code for sign up. It'll automatically take you there. It helps you out. I mean, it does all 3 credit bureaus, the hiring index, identity theft, identity fraud help for everybody that lives at the same address you do. It covers everybody in the family. I mean, there's several things that it helps with. There's letters that it can help you send out only to creditors, but nonetheless, it's in the back office. It helps you out with the best day to make your payment to improve your credit scores, which is going to come in handy T minus 1 year. All right. If you want to make things move. So that's what we're talking about. Plus, the 3% you transfer to the investment side of Robinhood gets another 1% interest on top. This is free money and can translate into hundreds every month if you pay everything with the card. Exactly. Exactly. I have to admit, the Capital Ones, the American Expresses, some of the Chase cards, man, every seemingly day I sit there and I get stuff saying, hey, you got $20. Hey, you got $10. Hey, you got $5 for stuff that I order anyhow. I don't even think about it. Next thing I know, I have money or these reward monies hitting my accounts. And I'm just like, damn, it adds up, ladies and gentlemen, significantly. Think about this. You go grocery shopping, like I go grocery shopping. I use my card. I didn't realize I was getting cash back. I go to get airplane tickets. I didn't realize cash back. I'm sitting there like, these things aren't cheap. Groceries are not, $100 for groceries is nothing anymore. It's easy for people to spend $200. And if you start having cash backs of 3 or 4%, next thing you know, that's $8, $7. And you do that twice a month. Next thing you know, you're looking at things like $20, $25, $50. It just adds up. You don't even realize it. Stuff that you do every day. Think about it. How much are you spending every month when you go buy something? Some of you go out to dinner and spend money. There's cash back. It's unbelievable. So it does add up. It helps you out. It's incredible. And now Robinhood has joined the party. All right, Curtis Davis, I have heard the new middle class income 150 to 200K comfortable. Exactly. Exactly, Curtis Davis. That's exactly what it is. We talked, you know what's funny? I talked about this 5 years ago when I told everybody the middle class is going to be wiped out. So the middle class, 75,000, 100,000, bye-bye. You can't survive. The only way you could survive is if you made investments and you pretty much are going to stay in the same place that you live now. You can't move unless you're going to try and do what a lot of people have done, move to a lower cost area in the country or the world. But if you have to stay in your same neighborhood, everything costs the same. Or in your same city, so to speak, everything generally costs the same. So you don't get any savings for selling your house and monetizing the profits that you can take out. So that leaves the next best thing. That means you have to go borrow from some of your equity to go get assets. But not just yet. All right? Not just yet. Not just yet. You want to wait till the Federal Reserve helps you out. Your government's going to help you when they reduce the interest rates. So then you get one of those low equity loans for a few $100,000 instead of 6, 7, 8%. You don't want that, right? You want the one that's 2, 3% for a few $100,000. That's a huge advantage, especially if you have a rate of return of 10%. You can arbitrage 7 to 8% on a few $100,000. Can you imagine? This is what the big boys do, right? They say, oh, you're going to give me a loan for 2.9% for 300 grand? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Because now all I got to do is get 12% and I get 9% per year on that. $27,000 every year. Thank you. Appreciate it. In profit. And I still pay you back. 27,000 profit net. It's a beautiful gig if you can get it. Right? Think about it. It's crazy. It's real crazy. That's what you can do, ladies and gentlemen. That's how the government actually helps you sometimes. And unfortunately, Curtis Davis, you are absolutely correct about that number. Victor Moret, Brian P., I requested mine. Got myself on the wait list. There is nothing to think about. Just make sure to pay the full amount every month. Exactly. Exactly right. There is nothing to think about. I put myself on. Same thing. We'll see what happens. Curtis Davis, artificial intelligence, robots, and programs looking to take millions of jobs. See, again, welcome to the third world country, because when you have a population of 350 million people and there's only enough jobs for like 75 million people, what is going to happen? Regardless of how much money the government's willing to print up, you're not going to be saved. So in this instance, the government has nothing to do with this, but they're trying to save you right now. But this is going to be the last time that they're going to save you. When they reduce the interest rates this next time, you better be getting assets. And you should be getting them now if you can, because this is the best time, because you'll give you options if they do slide it down like they are going to do. But that'll be the last time, because after that, Curtis Davis already mentioned the middle class. The middle class is going to move up even higher. Well, basically, middle class is wiped out. All right, forget about it. So imagine that you have to make $250,000 to just live comfortably. That's where you're going to be next, after this next little run up, after they do what they're about to do. So you better be thanking their lucky stars. Everybody should be thanking the Federal Reserve for trying to do a soft landing for their buddies, because that soft landing is giving you an opening, an opportunity. Just keep that in mind. Vanessa, Gates in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with that icon next to her name. And ladies and gentlemen, she has a tagline. Hey, Boston SSN fam, happy Monday. But in this YouTube street, she's known as the Seamless Genius, ladies and gentlemen. And she's been brewing up another program because she is the queen of passive income. She thinks about it, she implements, and it happens. You never know. And she has some exciting new thing that she's doing that one of these days we'll talk about it if it comes to fruition. Absolutely. That cash back adds up nicely without effort. Exactly. It just shows up. It's crazy. Like I said, I just went to my Capital One today and it's like, wait, I got another like $15 from somewhere. What did I buy? I didn't even remember doing anything. It's crazy. Crazy. It keeps adding up. Next thing you know, it's a few $100s per month and you don't even realize it. The other beauty is that you get 5% on anything you charge for travel purpose. See, Victor Marrero, he's already added the little perk. Exactly. You don't even realize it. You're staying at the hotel. I have cash back on Airbnb on one of my cards. It's crazy. Tickets, hotels, travel purposes, exactly. 5% adds up. Think about it. Some people would say, hey, Eric, yeah, I just went round trip for $300. Well, that $300 in your account is $15. Then you stayed at the hotel, or you stayed at hotel or Airbnb for the week. Next thing you know, that was like, let's just say $300. That's another 15. That's $30. Then you got the car rental. Next thing you know, that was another $200. Now you know. Now all of a sudden it's $40. You went to go get something to eat. Now all of a sudden, yeah, you spent $150 while you were getting something to eat. Next thing you know, okay, now you're up to $55 to $60. You get home, all of a sudden you're doing your account and you're like, rewards, $75. Cool. It's beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. If you can get those type of cards, those are the cards you want. Plus the airline miles, those are the ones you want. I did the research this weekend. There is no other card in the market like that. There is, maybe not at 5%, but Capital One has cards like that. And I got a few cards actually, but I don't know if they're at 5%. All I know is they just dump money in my account. It's like I get money for just doing regular stuff. But you're right. That might be the only one that does the, yeah, in fact, there's no other card that does the investment portion for you. That is for sure. That, at least I don't have one. See y'all in the DR. Vanessa Gate, she's coming to the DR. Oh my, this is very interesting news. Are we coming for the investors forum? Are we coming for the musical event week 1 or week 2? What are we talking about? This is exciting. The Seamless Genius is now potentially coming over to handle biz in the D, because I know she's going to be talking biz. This is what this woman does, ladies and gentlemen. So there must be a reason she's coming to the DR. It's just not for fun and games. I know that. She's thinking some business. And by the way, I haven't even talked about it. I'm almost 45 minutes into this live stream. We have the SSN Lifestyle Music Festival, May 9th through the 12th, the first weekend. You gotta go sign up now, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Rayford and friends, Lucky Weatherspoon, Latin Dominican artists, jazz, R&B, soul, and some Latin music all in a weekend's gonna be awesome. And for VIPs, celebrity dinners, meet and greet, and the final day, I actually put it out there now on the Sunday, the 12th, 12 to 2:30 p.m. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be on some boats. The musicians are going to be on boats performing. We're going to be on boats, eating, drinking, listening to some music with the water 3 feet high, 2.5 feet high. That's right. In the afternoon on Sunday, the final event with all mixed artists playing and jamming for 2.5 hours. That's right. It's going to be one awesome event. And we got to add some more artists too, by the way. It's going to be awesome. So get your tickets now. You go to ssnlifestyle.com. ssnlifestyle.com. Okay, I like to see y'all in the DR. I like that. Incoming. I'm coming to check out the retail spaces. Oh, see, here we go. Here we go. You see, you got to get the lay of the land. So does this mean you're coming to Punta Cana or Santo Domingo or some other Puerto Plata, Samana, Los Terranes, Bahibe, La Romana, Casa de Campo, where the rich dudes hang out? Where are we talking about? This is going to be interesting. That's right. It's time. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be some off the chart. Can you imagine a little jazz, smooth jazz? Imagine this is dance. Some of that Latin music with the drums, the congos, and some of that. Oh, it's going to be off the charts. We're going to have DJ Wangle throwing down a little Latin sounds as well on the spins, on the steels of wheels, wheels of steel. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And so, you know what? Let me do something. I haven't even talked about this until today, really. Everybody get your tickets. Now, some people would say I'm not coming to the music festival, Eric. I'm coming to the Investors Forum, which is May 13th. And I'll just say it right out. We're going to the lawyer's office on May 13th. There's a couple of reasons. All right? One is there's people like Vanessa Comegate who says, you know what, I want to start a business over there. Now, it would be very wise to consider your LLC to get started. And that's why we're going to go see Hachi Cuevas. Glenme Hachi Cuevas is who we're going to go see in the associates. You can start your business. It takes 30 days to get your business approved. Everybody who's not familiar with an SRL, which is an LLC in the Dominican Republic, you have to be very smart and strategic. The reason why, unlike an LLC in the United States, where you can actually update your articles of incorporation, in the Dominican Republic, if you say, like what I have in mind, for instance, I can do real estate, anything, developing, building, management, repair, a bunch of things. So I have all of that in there. But what I don't have in there is now I can't add, hey, I'm going to do an SSN Lifestyle Music Festival. So I can do music and use my SSN Lifestyle SRL. Oh, no, I can't. Because my SSN Lifestyle SRL says nothing about music. Says nothing about entertainment and music and anything like that. So in the DR, yeah, I can probably get away with it, but by rights, you don't want to get in trouble. So I have to spend money to update that information. It cost almost the same as establishing an LLC to begin with. So now, if I want to add that, I might as well just pay to get another SRL. That's how crazy this is. The update, I'll give you an example. The update is $700-800. I was just like, well, if the SRL is going to cost me like $1,100-1,200, why am I going to pay $700-800 and add it in? I just might as well make it a separate company and do a holding company scenario. I mean, this is crazy. So anyhow, that's what's so beautiful about this. Knowing a lawyer, understanding it. Now you understand. If you're going to do business, you have to, your business can do anything as long as you wrote it in your articles. But if you did not, man, paying $800, $600, $700, $800, $900 just to update it is crazy. Couldn't believe it. So, and of course, at the time I was doing it, I wasn't thinking, but I can still sponsor it, right? So I'm still going to have a write-off on it, but it's still different. All right. So once again, I like to hear the sounds of this, but go over to SSN Lifestyle. If you don't want to do the music festival, then check out our investors forum. May 13, 14, and 15. May 13, we're going to be at the lawyer's office. 2 lawyers. Not 1, but 2, because the second lawyer's office is a lawyer as well, but we have other business. If you want to get your banking opened and started, that's why we're going to go see the second one. But we don't really need the second one for that, but at least you understand who's helping you, right? This is all included in the $199, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to pay the lawyers when you get there, other than if you want to get an SRL. That's that cost. And it takes a month to get approved. The name you pick for your company, you can't do like in America. The government allows you to have that. So the government can say, hey, you know what? You called yourself SSN Lifestyle, and so you're trying to sell spas. Well, that won't work. They'll say yes. But your name kind of has to fit with what you do. So therefore, you can't just do like I'm doing Mr. Financial LLC, and then I'm over here selling or making houses. They're going to be like, I'm sorry, you didn't say you're making houses. You said you were selling financial news, updates, and information. So you could get in trouble. So that, just keep this in mind. This is very serious, in my opinion, because anytime a government has these little lines, you can cross the line and probably nothing's going to happen to you, but eventually it could catch up. So why not just do it legally? But the reason we're going to the second one is because of banking. All right. Johan's office, he has the Grecia, the awesome assistant. All you have to do is have your paperwork in order. You know, your W-2s, if you have a W-2, if you have your own business in America, then you're going to have to show your LLC articles of incorporation to show that you own more than 25% of the company and that you're the authorized individual to show that that's where you got your income from. So you're going to have to show your 2023 tax returns. And all of this can be gathered up, emailed. So when you get there on arrival, because you can email it to her before you get there, and on arrival, if she needs anything else, you'll be there. But if not, you could be opening up an account sometime that week. All approved. You don't have to wait there 4 or 5 hours at the bank. It's all approved where you just walk in and it's like $19.95 at the bank. What I mean, yeah, you're going to be there for 45 minutes. They're going to give you a card. You got to do your PIN. You got to throw money in the account. They'll give you a USD and a peso account. But you'll have a card, an account, and be ready to rock and roll. And then you can implement plan B. You want credit outside of the United States. So then what do? You take $1,000 in your account and say, I want a loan or a credit card. So that way you establish credit with the bank, with outside the United States, and it is golden. See how we set you up, ladies and gentlemen? That's the game. That's how we do it. And you have an offshore company to boot if you want to do that. That's beautiful as well. All right? Just keep all these things in mind. This is what we do here. We make sure that we figure out a way for you to make money. Just in case things go south in one location, why not have another location? And why not have some of the best lawyers at your disposal? I'm just saying. That's why you want to come to the Investors Forum. All right. Curtis Davis, he says SRL equals LLC in the DR. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Eric, dropping gems, bill credit outside USA banks. Exactly. That's what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you guys want to play the offshore games? Let the games begin. I haven't been able, look, I was going to show everybody the SRL, right? But I can't. The reason why I can't, I can only show you certain things because their the information actually has a lot of stuff in there that is, well, I would call private, and I don't even know if it shows up. Because they say, first of all, if you do an SRL, I got to let you guys know, you can't do single member. You always have to have two people within an SRL. Now, there's a percentage, so you can dole out the percentage, right? You can say 99% for you and 1% for another, but you have to have two people. All right? That's no way around it. All right? So you're going to need two people's name, and you can't do long distance. The second person would have to be there with you because you have to sign documents before it's sent to the government. Has to be, your initials and signatures, and everybody understand. So there's no way you can go, oh yeah, we'll just send it to the, no, forget that. You're just wasting time. So you need two people if you open up any corporation, any SRL in DR. There's no way around it. All right? Just so you guys know. So all of this is on tap that you can do business with. And when you use Glenny, Hache Cuevas, and Associates, and you say I'm from SSN Nation, you get a discount on how much it's going to cost you to open up an SRL. Just saying. That's part of the perks, ladies and gentlemen. The $199, that's just because we got to get around, have a few little lunches and things like this. But what you're going to receive is worth gold. All right? That's all I can tell you. All right. Any banks coming to talk to you guys? Since you're there, I would open a bank account. I plan to do it next time I go. No. So, but all we have to do, Victor Morero, you don't have to do anything, like I said, in our case. Because if you're with us, then we just send a message to Johan and the assistant. Then you just send all the documents. Then you just say, like the guys did Banco Santa Cruz. I'm trying to, there was a second bank too. But I'm at Scotia Bank and Banco del Haro. All right? Those are my two banks. The guys opened at Banco Santa Cruz, and there's another one I'm missing. But nonetheless, that's what we did. We didn't have to do anything crazy. And it was very, very nice that you get the call, and it's like, yeah, you're approved. Go on down to Scotia Bank. I was like, that's sweet. That was sweet. So then, just to find out how long it would take, the Banco del Haro, I actually did myself. It took a month before they approved the account. But I still had to give them 6 months worth of bank statements. Still had to give them my, since I'm in business for myself, I had to give them my LLC paperwork. Still had to do my tax returns. Still had to fill out all the paperwork. It took damn near 3 hours. And then I still got a call talking about, hey, we need something else. I was like, is this for real? W-9. I was like, what? Wait, that sounds like USA. But hey, I'm not going to argue. I don't care. But the point is, after I sat there for hours, I still didn't sign the W-9 that they forgot about. Then I'm sitting there like, hey, it's almost a month has went by now. Am I approved or not? It was like a month. That was crazy. But meanwhile, I just wanted to go through the process. I wanted to find out what it takes when you don't have special privileges, right? Well, I found out. I want the special privileges from now on. That's all I know. I don't want to do this messing around for a month. That was crazy. So I had a card and everything at Scotiabank within 2 days. Well, it was actually 3 days because I sent them all the paperwork when I landed. I was there. I got the paperwork. Then 2 days later, Scotiabank. Hey, yeah, just show. Can you get there at 1 p.m.? Yep. And I was out, but it still took me a while. Like I said, it was like an hour because you're still signing papers like it's 1985 or 1990 at the bank. It's crazy. So if we go to the banks there have a problem. Remember, it's Spanish speaking. So they have to have a person that is fluent in English to help you handle your paperwork. That helps, right? So that's one of those things that's very interesting. And having that person available because, banking takes a while there. So that's why it's a lot easier if you just set it up with Gresha and be like, hey, but for everybody that's going to be there with us, that's how we do it. You'll be set up, no problem. The two people on site to sign SRL, yep, you got to have two people. There's no way around it. So that's how you do it. Victor Morero, my wife and I may go to Caso de Campo with our daughter. Her friend getting married there. Oh, that's nice. That's a hot spot. Got to go check it out. Might as well, man, if you've never been there before. I've never been there, so I've just seen pictures, and it looks awfully nice. Of course, it's upscale. Curtis Davis, you can have separate business entity to represent you in DR or worldwide. Exactly. 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 It's called Mr. Worldwide. Okay, so let me give you guys some other thoughts to think about here. Since we live in America, land of the free, home of the brave, and the brave isn't so brave when you're blocking other countries from being able to sell to your citizens, right? So let me give you guys an interesting example. So America and China, they have, not so much the tariff wars, but the USA pretty much blocks stuff from China, and there's lots of reasons. Because there's a lot of garbage and things that they sell, but the stuff that is nice that they sell, the USA blocks. Because at the same price point in the United States, it's scary. So stuff that you can go to a furniture store, a furniture company, and go there and you'll see it $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, and then you go see the wholesale guy and he says no, that's 2 or 3 grand. The stuff is like less than $1,000. So here's the thing: Dominican Republic, they do business with China, right? Can you believe we go? The furniture store has furniture special made. Do you know how much specially made furniture costs in the United States? I mean, seriously. These guys, you have special made items specific to your home, villa, condo. And you'll hear numbers $1,000. You're like, what are you saying? The whole wall, you want this thing, just give us your size, $1,000. Are you just saying the lighting, everything, the coloring, all this I can have? And I can make my living room look like this for $1,000? Yes. I was just like, this is crazy. Come here. I got to show you the bedroom. Full bedroom with lighting, with the backsplash, with everything, 4Gs. Including the bed, mattress, everything. I'm just like, including a desk. I was just like, are you kidding me? In your colors, in your design, whatever you want. I'm just like, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. And now I'm in the DR with pre-constructions, and they're telling us your furniture package is going to cost you $25,000 or $30,000. And I'm just like, wait a minute. I just came from I can make my own stuff and it's not going to cost me that much. That's how crazy this is. So this is the type of stuff that we have going on in the DR, ladies and gentlemen. And you don't want to miss these type of opportunities, right? All right, let's go. My wife, let's see what else we got here. This is good. Separate business, yes. Have you transferred money online from your account in the USA yet? Yep. If so, will you charge any fees? When I did into, okay, yeah, they charge you, it's minor though. It's like, it was minor. It was like 50. In fact, it seemed like it was a dollar, if that, 70 cents or, well, actually there was two fees. But they were like, it seemed like pennies. So it might have only been $1.50. That was it. That's it. Now, I didn't do USD to peso. You know, you know what I'm saying? It was USD to USD. I wasn't charged like $50 or nothing. No $40, no $30, no $20. But there are some fees. There's these fees. They got two separate fees that came across. Now, I will go check and double check because I didn't really pay attention, quite frankly. I just remember seeing like these little fees. I do know this: when I send money to somebody in the DR to another bank, they charge me like 7 cents. I do know that. And it's weird, so, but nonetheless, that was cool. At Victor, sounds like a nice event to attend. Exactly. Exactly. If you can build 200K line of credit in US, can you have the same in the DR? No. Well, okay. No. I don't know. Maybe I don't understand. If are you saying you're trying to build a 200K line of credit in the DR, or are you saying do they use your credit? So there's two things. Yeah, they can use your credit. You sign a piece of paper, they'll use your credit. Like if you're trying to get a loan, they'll say, "Okay, sign this paper," and then they'll check apparently your credit in the US. So, just saying. And now, I don't know about the line of credit though. We're going to find out. We'll see how it goes. But it still works the same way. It's a banking system. So you can get lines of credit. It's just that it's not like the United States. Because remember, in the US, banks are able to borrow from other banks and do all this crazy, shady stuff. Speaking of shady stuff, another executive at another bank is taking money out of an elderly person's account. I mean, this is an epidemic. This is getting ridiculous now. This is ridiculous what's happening. So, but I'm not up to speed on the line of credits in the DR. Just so you know, Mr. Financial, Curtis Davis. I'm not up to speed on that. I'm just getting started with the credit outside the US on it. Mo Better's in the house. Another investor is here, a superstar. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with that icon that I humbly appreciate the support. And he says, "What's up, E? All's good, man. What's up, SSN Nation family? We up in this MFer? That's right. It's going down. Exactly. Smash that like button." And he got the notification. Damn, that's only like 3 or 4 people tonight that received the notification or saw the video. See, this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of blocking us, land of the freedom. Exactly. May Day takeover. I'm ready. That's right. SSN Nation takeover 2024. It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, let me go over here and do this because I haven't even shown anything about, let's go. Is this SSN Lifestyle right here? Yeah. It's showing some new love. Can't show it. Can't show everything, can we? Damn. Okay, let's get over here, do some other stuff. Visit website. There we go. Nope, that's not it either. What's happening? Let's see here. Okay. Messed that up. Can't show all that, right? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Punta Cana Music Festival Week 1, Punta Cana Music Festival Week 2, Investors Forum, SSN Lifestyle, Live, Invest, Play, and Love. That's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Here's where the tickets are. Punta Cana Music Festival Week 1, May 9th through the 12th. Buy your tickets here. Week 2, Club Nouveau's coming. That's right. Top 30 hit song out. It's gonna be, it's all right. It's out now, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to get into the Punta Cana Investors Forum, here you go. But if you buy a ticket for week 1 or week 2, then all it costs is $1 more. But that's only if you buy a Punta Cana Music Festival ticket. Then you can come to the May 13th, 14th, and 15th. If you don't buy a music festival ticket, then you gotta buy the $199 Punta Cana Investors Forum ticket, and you hit the buy now ticket price. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So some of the new websites, some of the new love, Big Mountains, Big Time, SSN Nation takeover is coming in effect. Okay. Here we go. See, we have something for everybody over here. Here's the tickets. You can order your tickets. 4-day, 5-day includes hotels, 4-day VIPs, and you don't want to miss the VIP party, but the only way you can get those is having VIP tickets. Sorry. So it's going to be pretty cool. So again, that's May 9th, and if you don't want to come May 9th, that's fine, but May 9th, general admission tickets, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., Latin band, Sean Rayford and Friends, which is going to be the theme of that weekend. Jazz, R&B, soul, Latin, Dominican, jazz, fusion, artists, DJs. It's going to be off the charts. And that's some of the events, so you guys can check that out. So that's pretty cool. Investors Forum is very simple. Tickets are $199 still. May 13th, 14th, and 15th. Each day we have something to do. Don't be fooled. We are going to go out and check out properties. Places that people may have heard of, may have seen. Vista Cana is blowing up. So, of course, we got to go out there and let people see what it looks like. Then we're going to go down to Macau a little bit. Another trip that we didn't go on last time, because we do have some people that bought at Macau Hills. So that's going to be very interesting, right? And, of course, I'm debating if we're going to go up to Larimar, but we'll see. I think they'll still have dirt moving around. I don't think there's going to be any foundations being laid, but we'll see. Hopefully they will have some foundations being laid. Hopefully they're on floor 3, 4, or 5. Hopefully, but I don't know. So we'll see. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're looking at. All right? That's what we're looking at. That's what's happening. All right, so join us. Get your tickets now. Now, you guys know, let me see, May 13th, 14th, and 15th. I was going to raise the tickets up, but it was a holiday. I said I was going to do it midnight tonight. It's only April 1st. So get your tickets now, $199. That would be highly advisable. I'm not going to raise them up tonight. First of the month, people might have had to pay for rent or mortgages and things like that. So I guess I'll be a little more fair. So it'll just go 7 more days, means that'll be the 8th. I think that'll do it. After the 8th of next week, so 1 more week, and in fact, I'm going to trigger this. That thing's going to shut down at midnight Eastern time next Monday. The $199 will be $249, just so everybody knows. And by the way, I can time it. So it's going to happen. So the price goes up, $249 next Monday. So I'm giving everybody an ample opportunity. I'll even do a video about these events that's coming up as well. And because the takeover is going down. Now, speaking of the takeover, let's move to something else. The something else, I haven't gotten the funding, haven't gotten the financing. Ain't happening yet. But don't worry. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. There's always another way to make the money. Because again, here's how it works. So you put together a project. There's several ways you can do that. And then you let some people look at it that have a lot of money. These people say, well, I can do it. I like it. I might want to do it. Then they're going to have to send over a contract, make the move. Okay. Some people have said we like it, but they were just, yeah, we like it. They said they were going to send money and they were going to do everything. They reneged. Didn't happen. Move to number two. Number two, similar thing, except one guy says, well, I'm not going to do it because I can't do everything myself, so I need somebody else to come with me. He actually talked to another person. The other person said, yeah, I'm interested. But the other person eventually, he backed out. The other person then said, hey, man, if you find the other portion of the money, then I'm still in. I said, okay, fine. So we'll find somebody else with the other portion of the money to make it happen. So sometimes things take longer than expected, but you know what happens. It isn't $1 million. It's not 2 million. It ain't 3 million. We're talking about in 2024, 7.7 million. Yeah, so it's not chump change. It's serious stuff. So, trying to get 7.7 million is not going quickly, but if you start thinking about corporate deals and sometimes it takes a year to get it happening in 6 months, hey, we've been delayed about a month, month and a half. But you don't give up. So we have somebody else that's interested, and I will know tomorrow morning if he says it's a go. And if he says it's a go, then SSN Nation Takeover will commence officially. Right now, it's just simmering. We're still taking over, but it could happen tomorrow sometime, and Wednesday, I'm hoping I hear the news. That would be awesome. But again, it's everybody's idea. And I can't even show you. I wish I could show you the package. But I can't show you the package until the actual contract is signed. So then you guys would understand. I'm very proud of the package. Because Victor Marrero and anybody else that's ever been in corporate or finance is no better feeling than when you put together a package and you submit your package, and after the people read it, they look through it and everything, and they're sitting there like, I don't really have no questions. That's when you know you put together the cool ass package. When people are sitting there making commitments without even saying, I need to talk about this some more. That's how slick this package is. It's pretty sweet. But again, I do this. Well, I used to. I'm coming out of retirement. The only thing I was worried more about was my style is 20 some year ago style versus this. I don't know anybody else's style. I just know my style. So when you put things together, it actually, what's the most important thing to an investor, right? You want to know, if you give your money, how is this money coming back? How is it secured? How do I know this isn't going to be effed up? Well, let me give you guys a little thought. So when we're talking about buying land, right? How about, this is why this one's almost why they don't really have too many questions. Because what now I gave away a little something because I'm going to tell you right now. 7.7 million, that's all land. All of it. So it's not like we're buying a building, you got to rehab and it's unknowns, right? So not only is it all land, it's all land that is going to be purchased under the price of the current market. So even though it's 7.7, the land itself, if we just flipped it, would probably be something like 11. somewhere like that. It won't be double, but it'll be like a 60%, 50 to 60%. So it's going to be like 10 or 11 in reality is what it's worth. So now they're sitting there going, oh, okay. And they know what the parcels are too. So they're sitting there like, okay, so it is secured. So even if things F up, you could just always flip the land out and we're good. Exactly. So now they're like, wait a minute. So you don't really need anything else to make this work? And it's like, nope. Once you have the land, everything else is easy, especially since we have pre construction mania. So all you need at that point is a great location, great prices, and it has to make sense in the location. And now you have win, win, win. And since Mo Better's here, one of his favorite developers, it's one of his favorite developers has this way of being able to market things that frickin' sell out. They sell their projects out seemingly, not all of them, but 60, 70% of them are sold out within like weeks. And I'm talking like less than 4 weeks. Uh, I, I was talking with somebody that might be able to get me in their ecosystem. And I'm like, don't let that happen. Because if I'm in their ecosystem for sales, geez, can you imagine 60, 70, 80% of your project sold out within weeks? That would be beautiful. But I'm not counting on that, of course, because I don't know those guys. We'll see what happens. But these are the type of things, because the SSN Nation takeover could actually go beyond what I'm thinking it could be. And that's a good thing. So I've been here in the lab, ladies and gentlemen. I've been in the lab for several things, but the music festival, plus the SSN Nation takeover, plus the funding. I've been having to do all of this stuff, plus the paperwork I had to initially do. Took me 3 weeks. 3 weeks to get that paperwork together to find the guys that's going to fund it. Crazy. But then again, 3 weeks for 7.7. That's not bad. Okay. We'll see how it goes. But I'm just hoping that once it happens, I want to show you guys, because people are not going to believe it. They're just going to be like, how did he do that? This actually worked? You're going to be shocked. So we'll see. But hopefully one of these days I'll be able to say, okay, guys, we signed some papers. I can show you. We're all good. And then we can get into how this is how I made it. Victor Marrero, he works at the bank, so he's seen different types of submissions of paperwork when people need funding or trying to get loans or trying to do other things. So it's going to be very interesting that since we're doing private parties, it doesn't go under the same rules as like a corporation would. So that's what makes things very interesting. So we'll talk about that one of these days. Hopefully, like I said, once we get the dotted line signed by somebody, it'll be awesome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to be on here too long because, as you can see, we have some more work to do. So we have Lucky Weatherspoon coming to the music festival. We have the Latin artist, Dominican artist. We have Sean Rayford. And the reason why I say and friends is because we have other artists that's coming that's going to be playing with him as well. It's not just he's a solo artist for this weekend. He's going to have pieces of his band with him. And then he's going to have the experience the following week. So this is why it's his friends. And he's going to do his solo jazz as well. And then the following week, Club Nouveau, him and a few others. We're going to probably add a guy named Joe Levy, a solo artist, Soulful Sounds, the jam guy. Joe Levy, he'll probably be coming. I got to talk to him this week. He'll probably be coming the first weekend as well to add him into the mix. And we're going to get some of that island love from the DR for some artists going to play. DJ Wangle, he's going to be in the house as well. Some of you's like, who? I get you, but you'll know. So we'll see how this all goes down. But get your tickets now. No matter which way you're going, get your tickets now, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be very special. Don't miss it. And that's all I'm going to say for this evening. So once again, the governments do help you make money, but you have to put yourself in position for that. So you want your business? Get businesses started. Buy businesses. Do what you need to do. because that is where the money is. You can get loans, you can get grants, you can get a lot of things, but you have to be in business. Speaking of that, we have our own seamless genius, Vanessa Comagate, that kind of does something along these lines that helps people. So I'm just saying. And I'm waiting for her if she wants to ever break out what she's going to be doing, which I'm not, but I was privy enough to understand she's been in the lab. So see, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you want to be, in the lab. So again, hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday night. And Wednesday night at 8:50 p.m., that is our members only live stream. What does that mean? Only members can be in the chat room, those with the icon. Everybody else can watch on Wednesday night, but only members with the icon can be in the chat room. That's why on Monday and Friday and any other chat room is open. You should ask questions. This is the No Guru Zone. We don't charge you. We make money. We don't need to charge you. All right? So ask the questions if you need a little help. Don't be shy. We have so many people that are superstars in this house. So ask your questions. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up this evening. I love you guys very much. I appreciate your support over all these years. And make sure you smash the like buttons on the way out if you haven't already. Make sure you share the videos if you haven't already, because this is a thing. And oh, by the way, InstaVid AI, if you missed that video, check it out. That's the latest thing that you can actually invest your money in. A real startup, real investment, equity position. Talk to Oscar at info@InstaVid AI. InstaVid AI. It's that simple.com. Info@InstaVidAI.com, or search the channel for a video to see what he's talking about. It helps with people to get around social media a lot faster and easier due to AI help and to your own videos. So again, I will be utilizing that shortly to promote SSN Lifestyle Music Festival in Punta Cana and a few other things, because now the artists can actually promote it themselves too, right? It's kind of cool. It's a beautiful thing. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody again for being here. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, and that's why we have to have discussions like this. A lot of people think the government doesn't help you when in fact they do. You just have to be in the right business, right arena. That's all you have to do, and you have to have the willingness to learn, because you always have to learn. Nothing stays the same. There's always new rules, new regulations, new laws, new tax laws. So you have to stay abreast of the situation. And so that's part of what we do here. And with all that said, just make sure you stay safe and stay out of trouble, because a lot of people under stress and duress. But make sure you keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.